Chapter 17. The Mauryas unify India. The Maurya family was significant because they were the first to unite the kingdoms of India. Chandragupta Maurya began to build the Mauryan Empire in the 320s BCE. Chandragupta Maurya used force whenever necessary to maintain his empire's strength. Chandragupta Maurya's rule was harsh, but it was successful in some ways. The Maurya family fought wars of conquest in order to build their empire. Chandragupta Maurya was able to conquer the northern kingdoms of India with his army because they were very weak from fighting among themselves. Traditions says Chandragupta Maurya gave up power over the Mauryan Empire because he became an ascetic. Ashoka's rule. The Mauryan Empire reached its height during the reign of King Ashoka, who ruled the empire from about 269 to 232 BCE. Under the rule of Chandragupta Maurya's grandson, King Ashoka, it included nearly all of the Indian subcontinent. When King Ashoka saw the consequences of his family's quest for land, he promised to stop using violence as a tool to achieve unity. Ashoka decided to embrace Buddhism and supported the Buddhist values of love, peace, and non-violence. Ashoka spread Buddhism beyond India. Not all of Ashoka's actions reflected Buddhist values. For example, under his rule people could be executed for serious crimes. Ashoka's edicts. Ashoka wanted a strong, united empire guided by Buddhist values. To spread those values to his people, he had edicts carved into walls, rocks, and tall pillars throughout the empire, in places where the greatest number of people could see them. An edict is a command that is obeyed like a law. The Mauryan Empire reached its height during King Ashoka's rule reign. King Ashoka urged his people to follow the Buddhist path. Ashoka's purpose behind his four main goals was to give his empire a strong foundation. Buddhist values. These edicts asked people to be loving and respectful, and to practice non-violence. General welfare. These edicts promoted people's well-being. They were intended to make sure people had good health, shelter, clean water, and enough food. Justice. These edicts were in regard to fair laws. They also described the way people were to be treated in the empire's courts and jails. Security. These edicts were concerned with enemies of the Mauryan Empire and people who were not citizens. They often dealt with issues of peace and conquest. Chapter 17.